So good afternoon, everyone. Good evening, everyone. It's been a while since the last tutorial. We've had our fourth class, but we've not been able to have our fifth class. And of course, we're supposed to have 8 classes. So we've just done half of the work. So today we are going to be doing Gracenotes, okay? Gracenotes is not the same as slur. We have slurs and we have Gracenotes, okay? We hear stuff like this. All of this, you can't call all of this Gracenotes, okay? You can decide to call this Gracenotes, but going like this is not a Gracenote. But since this is not even our destination, we don't call this a Gracenote. We can just call it the slur as it is, okay? Then we'll have a slur and a ghost note here. Okay, a ghost note is not really out. Some persons could play them and everything will be accented. Even this note will be accented, but normally it's not supposed to be. This last note is not supposed to be accented. It's supposed to be a ghost kind of note. So the grace note is just playing a note to the other note. That is what a grace note is. So if I'm playing, this is C, right? And our major scale here is C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. So if I'm playing my 4, I can be doing a grace note of a relative note. Relative note, you know, we have relative minor, we have relative notes. The relative minor is just like playing a minor scale. I don't want to go into that, but just like the minor, A minor scale is a relative minor of C major scale. But now we are talking about notes. So when we are playing a Fa chord, all the notes that we find in it, you can call them a relative notes. Just because of what we are doing, because of this particular contest. There are other different ways to explain what the relative note is, but now I'm just using it because of this contest now. So I can use this 6 as a grace note for my 4. So before I go to this 6 now, I can also do to the 1, which is also in the chord. So you see, so coming to my 1, all the notes that are found here, I can use them for my grace note if I want. Okay, so Re Mi is a grace note for Do. For Fa, I can most often what I use is Sol La, Re Mi. For Son, I do La Ti. You see, it's the T that I'm targeting. So you have a target note and you have a note before you achieve your targeted note. So if this is my target note, then this note is gracing this note. That's why it's called a grace note. So for my Do, my Fa, I know you may have known something like this, but make sure you are doing this exercise as simple as it is. Make sure you do it and get it very well before you go to whatever you know before. Because this is the basics of some other classes you're going to be having subsequently. And for now, I'm going to be hitting the class straight up as it's supposed to be now. I had some problem the other time, so I couldn't continue with the class. So now, I can't just be playing this and it will make a lot of sense. It will make good sense if I keep playing, enough sense, sorry, if I keep playing G's alone. Because it will be a primary, okay, this is just like the ABCs of the grace notes, but let's go further a little, okay? Now, I'm going to be playing same chord I'm playing on my left on the right. But now I'm going to be gracing, now I'm going to be playing just third inversions. Okay? I'm going to be playing third inversion. Third inversions have the root to the left. The root is the chord. The root, is the foundation of the chord itself. That is the note which the whole chord is built on. So if I'm playing this, the root of this is Fa. So the chord now is built on Fa. So every other thing you're seeing here are just the relative notes as I just explained based on this contest. Okay? So this is Fa. La and Do are just helping Fa. So Fa is the root. So anywhere the root is found is what makes the inversion, right? So if Fa is here, it's the 10. So we come from here. 1, 2, 3. This is 3. So if Fa comes here, it's becomes 1, 2. So it becomes 1. This is the first inversion. So if Fa comes to the middle, it becomes 2. 1, 2. This is the second inversion. Okay? Before I used to see this as the first inversion, but no, it is not. So, but we are going to be using the third inversion for the grace notes. Okay? So I'm going to be playing same chord on the right. But now I'm going to be adding this note before I come here. So it's going to be, okay? It's still same fa I'm playing, but I'm going to be touching this note before I come to the la. Before I come to the middle note. So, sol, la, but I'm playing the fa chord. Fa, la, do, sol, la, re, mi, la, ti. So I'm playing the chord, right? Most of the times, if I don't even add this note again, I just omit this note and just... Even for la has this note, right? So that's that. There is something else you can do. I've explained what the major seventh is in our first class. So now I can add the major seventh to the grace note. Now adding the major seventh to the grace note is, this is fa, right? And fa, this is our fa on C is F. So this is the major seventh, right? This is the major seventh of F. This is do, mi, so, T. T is what makes it the major seventh. So I can do this grace. I can grace it here. I can grace this seventh here with this note here. So it becomes, so when playing fa, I can do, you see? Now when playing do now, since I'm adding the seventh, I can do, it's going to be re, la, ti. So fa is going to be so, re, mi. Now for my so is G, right? So I can grace, this is the seventh of G, right? I can grace it like this. The reason why I rephrased this one, I did the other ones, I could just do like this and I relax. But this one is a bit odd. That's why I'm trying to rephrase it, okay? So I did mi, fi, but I had la here. Mi, fi, sa, fi, mi, fi. So I just wanted to have this note in so that it will make the complete sense, okay? Because not everybody, if you play this in for some persons, they will discard it. So seventh now.